Go. It's morning. What time is it? Yeah. Hey, good morning, evening. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your girl Ruth. Welcome back. We got the full moon tonight. Okay. It's in Pisces, the high priestess, and opposite high priest, Virgo. Okay. Can't leave that out. Mystery, magic, fantasy island, right? Okay, first I want to read about some stuff. I'm gonna read about uh, the spiritual meaning of Pisces. This stuff don't get in my. The spiritual meaning of Pisces season is all about divine consciousness. Let's find out a little bit more about Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to read. Dreamy Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac and an astrological calendar, as it takes place right before the spring equinox and the beginning of Aries season. The spiritual meaning of Pisces season is as intricate as it is interesting. But if we take a moment to reflect on its essence, you understand both its beauty and its strength. Remember, every single astrological season has a specific perfect purpose in our lives and in the collective. For example, Leo is a symbol of joy and the inner child, right? But Leo season just so happens to take place in the middle of summer when children are playing outside, having the time of their lives. Nothing is a coincidence. Astrology is magical, and the planets are our eternal guardians. For example, the sun gives us energy and vitality. Oh, I meant to put something. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on a second. I forgot something. Okay. Yeah. For example, the sun gives us energy and vitality. The moon sets the emotional tone. Mercury determines our thought process and communication style. Venus is how we relate to others and experience pleasure. Mars gives us energy and a surge of red hot passion. Speaking of which, the sun is constantly beaming over specific zodiac sign, and that's what determines our energetic tone and general purpose, both personally and collectively speaking. The spirituality of the astrological season also stems of the zodiac signs element and purpose overall. After many of us experience powerful transformations and rebirth during Scorpio season, Sagittarius seasons gift us with hope, faith, and optimism. Moreover, Capricorn season disciplines us and instills structure and pragmatism, in your mind, in our minds, while Aquarius season electricity and chaos awakens our inner rebel, team player, and humanitarian spirit. Pisces season, on the other hand, is a time for spirituality and surrender, as its universal presence stems from the 11 signs that came before it. One thing's for sure, these dreamy waters are unique, colorful, versatile, and all encompassing. Never underestimate its power. Spirituality and symbolism behind Pisces season. Pisces is ruled by exclusive Neptune, the planet of dreams, subconscious realm, spirituality, and compassion. And in astrology, this mutable water sign rules the feet, which is a symbol of our spiritual path and the return to the divine. And this is precisely what this astrological season is all about. This might sound strange, but there is an incredible selflessness that comes with the energy of Pisces. The symbol of Pisces awakened the two fish swimming opposite ways of each other. has several meanings, but in the end, it is a representative of its infinite duality. One fish represents the spirit evolving in the spiritual dimension, while the other spirit is a symbol of the human in the physical world. Pisces is a symbol of both God and humanity. Ooh, that sneeze. Sorry. Ooh, great blessing. Sorry. Okay, that's interesting. And this astrological season is here to remind us of exactly that. Remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and despite the ambiguity, hazardous uncertainty, and lack of physical evidence that comes with surrendering to the universe, we really have no choice but to let go and let God. I've said this to you all before, but just because we can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. And that's what Pisces season is here to teach us. With that being said, this is your moment to rest, recharge, daydream, tap into your intuition, and obtain spiritual closure. Like I said, this is our path of return. But before you try to push the process, do yourself a favor and pat yourself on the back. Now, IDK, I'm washing and got the dishwasher on. Sorry, I forgot. IDK about you. But it's been one hell of a walk since last spring. Lucky for you, Pisces season is a place for us to lay our head. Sorry. No matter, no one is better than you, and you are not better than anyone. We all came from the same divine place, and now it's time to go home. Hello. Um, Make sure he's talking about what I'm talking about. No, it's not talking about what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess that's all they wanted to say. Okay. Pisces is a symbol of both God and humanity. Okay, we read that. Okay. Pisces is associated with Jesus. In modern mythology and religion, the story of the birth of Jesus is said to be resulted in the spring equinox entering into Pisces, as the Savior of the world appeared as a fisher of men. This parallels the entering into the age of Pisces. So we're going out of it, of course, but this is full moon, so I want more about Pisces. Okay, now my phone wants to stop. Okay, now I want to talk about I got this. What's countries and cities? Let's see. Well, I do have California. California is a Pisces state. Okay, the land of illusions, right? Let's see what countries. What are what states are Pisces? Okay, we got California. Let's see if it's any more. Boston, Janeiro, how we say it? Huh? I didn't hear you. Oh, Brazil is Pisces? Oh, okay. Jerusalem, um, Bournemouth, Seville, Warsaw, Alexandria, Bromsby, and Cowes. What countries are Pisces? India. Pisces are moody waters, and no other country defines them that well. They have fluctuating temperament, are two spiritual and cultures of different kinds. Okay, they rule the hands and the feet. which is why it's important to heal them in water with oils and massage and exercise, since these parts are often overused and don't rest enough. Okay, treating the water sign with its natural elements. So you haven't what soak your feet, take care of your feet. That would be good to do tonight. Extra from the bath. Do hold us up, right? The hands and the feet, the most workable parts of the body. Okay. I love you. Have a good time. Up. Be safe. What's the earth sign is Dallas, Texas? Okay. Pisces colors blue, gray, watery shades of green. Okay. So I got that on it. So our queen just Miss Elizabeth Queen just the second just passed away. Matter of fact, her birthday is April 27th, 1926, the year my dad was born, and she is an Aries Pisces. Okay, so that's a big example of a high priestess. Okay, she handled her business, you know, and a woman rule. She kept more than her country up, which despite whatever else went on, who she was, if she was draconian, reptilian, if she wasn't, whatever happened, if it's meant for us to find out, believe me, it'll come out. She had her way, she was strict, she had an empire to run. So we appreciate her for that. We give her prompts being a woman. So now we want to go down to more high priest women. Trying to check what I did. I also associate Pisces with the tree of well, Joseph had the coat of many colors. You can almost call him a high priestess. So I would say that was a Virgo because the way he maintained somebody else's land. Check that out. Um, in the Bible, in Revelations 22, I'm gonna read that right quick. They talk about at the end of times, which is Pisces, the last zodiac sign, right? It talks about the tree of life and how all the colors, I mean, every fruit on that tree. Let me see, let me make sure I get it. At chapter 22, Revelation, and verse 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding from the throne of God and of the Lamb, in the middle of its streets. And on either side of the river was a tree of life, which bore 12 fruits, each fruit yielding its fruit every month. The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of God and the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. So we know if you read the Bible, you know he didn't care about what position anybody had. Everybody had a purpose and a reason for what they did, right? So he put the 12 fruits on the tree. So each one of them is different colors. God and the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. They shall see his face, and his name shall be on their foreheads. There shall be no night there. They need no lamp nor light of the sun, for the Lord God gives them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. Then he said to me, these words are faithful and true. And the Lord God of the holy prophets sent his angel to show his servant the things which must shortly take place. Behold, I am coming quickly. Blessed is he who keeps the words of the prophecy of this book. Now I, John, saw and heard these things, and when I heard and saw, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel who showed me these things. I'm sorry, y'all. Hello. Hello? Spanish lady, the older lady always answer. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, and today Friday, probably glad. Just email him and says he all right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. You've got the candle? Okay. Okay, anyway. Then he said to me, see that you do not do that, for I am your fellow servant. I mean, and now I, John, saw and heard these things. And when I heard and saw, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel who showed me these things. Then he said to me, see that you do not do that, for I am your fellow servant, and of your brethren the prophets, and of those who keep the words of this book. Worship God. And he said to me, do not seal the words of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He who is unjust, let him be unjust still. He who is filthy, let him be filthy still. He who is righteous, let him be righteous still. He who is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to everyone according to his work. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are those who do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the city. But outside are dogs and sorcerers and sexually immoral and murderers and idolaters and whoever lovers and practice a lie. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify to you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him who hears say, come. And let him who thirsts say, thirst come. Whoever desires, let him take the water of life freely. For I testify to everyone who bears the words of the prophecy of this book. If anyone adds to these things, God will add to him the plagues that are written in this book. And if anyone takes away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part for the book from the book of life, from the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. He who testifies to these things says, surely I am coming quickly. Amen. Even so, come, Lord Jesus. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. Amen. So we already know whoever made this book, we already know they trouble in. Anyway, um, okay, so I did that. So yeah, it needs to be broke down a little more, but anyway. So I was looking at the high priestess from the past, and let's start with Africa. Oh, shoot. I should have said, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Trying to find it, y'all. Hold on. This is Beatrice of Congo, the African priestess and prophet, um, known as Beatrice, to say her name, okay, was an African prophet, yeah, a female prophet, or priestess born around 1684 in the Kingdom of Congo in a territory near Mount Kabangu, Kibangu, which is in modern day Angola. She created her own religious movement, which used Christian symbols but revitalized traditional Congo culture roots. Born into a noble clan, the Mawan Congo clan, she was baptized in her youth. In her childhood, Kimpa, she was already having visions and dreams of playing with angels, and it is said that these, as well as her high spirits, caused her two youthful marriages to fail. This made her lean deeper into spiritual life. She was trained as a in Naganga Miranda, or a person able to communicate with spirits, the supernatural world. Now we can't ignore it's not here. Okay, we can't put it under the rug. It's here. Spiritual and reality, or whatever you want to call it, go together. However, she soon renounced that road to move closer to the Catholic faith. She received visions of Saint Anthony of Padua, 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 and believed to be a medium for his spirit. She started preaching soon after in the city of Congo, which means city of Congo, or Salvador. She occupied the old church of Congo. She said that God wanted Congo to be restored at the capital of Congo Kingdom. She called it the biblical Bethlehem. She had directed revelations from God on her side. Apparently, she died every Friday and spent each weekend in heaven, com- conferring with the Heavenly Father about affairs of Congo. From these seasons in heaven, she learned the stories of Jesus being born in Nsundi, Nsundi, baptized in Solo, Salvador, and Mary being a slave of a Congo Marquis. She basically made the Catholic religion a Congo religion based on Congo's rich culture for the Congo people. She made God closer to the Congo people. She healed people and was able to make sterile women conceive. Her call to unite, ooh, that would be good to do, wouldn't it? Her call to unite drew strong support among thousands of peasants who flocked to the city. She told her followers that Jesus, Mary, and other Christian saints were really Congolese. Congolese, okay. In one of her visions, she saw that Congo, which had been divided and under wars after the death of King Anthony I, with slave ships increasingly taking people to Brazil and Suriname, Surinam, etc., must reunite under one king in order to prosper. She was ordered by God to build a Pacific Congolese catechism and unite the Congo under one kingdom. Her message became so popular it could be called a spiritual renaissance. This threatened the influence of the Catholic Church among the African people. Her movement was called Antonian, even though it integrated Congolese culture with Catholicism. The Catholic priests drove the supporters of Kempa and her away. Some were imprisoned and beaten daily for their convictions. This is quite similar to the faith of the early apostles of Jesus Christ. In 1706, she gave birth to a son after two miscarriages. She continued to emphasize the closeness of God to the African people, which was a unifying factor amongst Antonians. The establishment of the Antonian movement and its consecutive success led to arrest of her son and her followers. They were charged with heresy. The miracles performed by her were denounced as kenoki, or the use of supernatural power, so they made her look bad. She and her infant son were burned at the stake as a witch under the watchful eye of the priest who had helped convicted her. The Antonian movement started by her lived throughout times and outlasted her. The Congo king Petro IV used it to unify and renew his kingdom. Her ideas remained among the peasants, appearing in various Masonic cults until 2 centuries later it took new form in the preaching of Simon Kimbangu. It was also exported to the New World in Brazil, Sierra Haiti, Jamaica, and the U.S. It is said that the Haitian revolutionaries during their fights were screaming Kanga, Modil Kanga, her name, which are words used in Salva Antonia. Let's see now. Okay. One of the Mamba Kimpa. Oh, okay. Via players. Okay. Okay, that was interested on her. Where did I get it from? We already talked about Marie Levy. Oh, what should go to? What's her? Yeah. Okay. Thought I had another queen. Let me see. Okay, some say Queen of Sheba was also Makeda, Queen of Sheba, mother of, I can't see this stuff. She, her and King Solomon, y'all know the story of that. Just trying to get to the Ethiopian. Then we had the high priestess of, oh yeah, go back. Who is the high priestess of Ethiopia in ancient times? Yeah, Queen Sheba. I'm tripping. So she was the high priestess. A little about her. Mekada, Ethiopian. Nicola, Roman. And Belquez, Arabic, was the ruler of an ancient kingdom located in the areas called Ethiopia and Yemen today. She is mentioned in the Hebrew Bible and the Holy Quran as a provident visitor to the King Solomon's court. Many legends surround her relationship with King Solomon, which often depicted them as lovers. The biblical text, Song of Solomon, contains some references, which at various times have been interpreted as referring to the love between Solomon and Queen Sheba. The young woman of Song of Songs continues to not deny the romantic advantages of her suitor, whom many commentaries identified as King Solomon. However, there is a little identity. There is little to identify the speaker in the text with the rich and powerful foreign queen depicted in the books of Kings. The woman of text of the song clearly does regard the daughters of Jerusalem as her peer group. Sheba may be derived from the ancient Egyptian word for star. That's interesting. Okay. According to 11th century geographer mm, Yaqutalhamawi, the star worshippers of Haran in Turkey and those from Yemen went on special pilgrimage up to the pilgrims of Gaza, pyramids of Gaza. The Queen of Sheba may have reference to Kendrake's title when acting as the chief astronomer or high priestess of a star venturing religion that was centered in Africa and satellite centers in Arabia, Asia, and Europe. The star worshippers also studied or venerated the sun and the moon, and the roots of their practice dates back to well before 5000 BCE. Evidence for a level of sophistication and knowledge of astronomy has been found at several archaeological sites in Africa, including the complex at Nabeta Playa in southern Egypt. The structure at Nabeta is almost 7,000 years old and is the oldest astronomical complex in the world. That's why I don't understand when people say they was ignorant. Maybe some didn't know how to read and write, but if the fallen angels or whatever you want to say came and they taught them, of course they're going to taught them how to read and write, right? And how to speak. Other astronomical sites in Africa included Naramti, Namoratunga the second, near Lake Turkana in Kenya, which was in use around 300 BCE. The Senegambia stone cycles and the Boer MEGA megaliths in what is now the Central African Republic. There also have been claims by some scholars that the ancient Egyptian name, oh, I know that word, I can't say it, translate as Queen Sheba, Hathshepsu. She was the pharaoh of Egypt, born in 1508 and died 1458, who revived active trade with neighboring kingdoms and created a flourishing and prosperous economy for her 11th dynasty kingdom. She is recorded as having traveled widely as well. The etymology of her Ethiopian name, Mekada, is uncertain, but there are two principal opinions about its Ethiopian source. One group, which includes the British scholar Edward, holds that it is a corruption of Candace, Candace, the Ethiopian queen mentioned in the New Testament Acts. The other group connects the name with Macedonia and relates this story to the later Ethiopian legends about Alexander the Great and the era of 330 BCE. The Italian scholar, however, was unconvinced by either of these theories. In 1954, stated that he believed the matter unresolved. According to the Hebrew Bible, The unnamed queen of the land of Sheba heard of the great wisdom of King Solomon of Israel and journeyed there with gifts of spices, gold, precious stones, and beautiful wood, and to test him with questions, as recorded in First Kings. It is related further that the queen was awed by Solomon's great wisdom and wealth and pronounced a blessing on Solomon's deity. Solomon recom- reciprocated with gifts and everything she desired, whereupon the queen returns to her country. The queen was apparently quite rich, however, as she brought 4.5 tons of gold with her to give to Solomon. The Quran, the center religious text of Islam, never mentions the Queen of Sheba by name, although Arab sources name her Balqis, and the Quran account is similar to the one in the Bible. The narrative has Solomon getting reports of a kingdom ruled by a queen whose people worship the sun. He sent a letter inviting her to visit him and to discuss his deity related to Allah and the Lord of the worlds. Okay, different people have different stuff. I'm not going to go through all of it. Okay, so that's her. Okay, and Chinese. Who was the princess? Oh, wrong question. Who was the high priestess of China in ancient times? According to Mosshay Primary School, Lady Fu Hao. Okay, we got come up. Really? Lady Fu Hao. Okay, I'm not following that stupid. Died 12,000 BC. Temple name Mu Xin Ying was one of the many wives of King Wu Ding of the Shang dynasty and also served as a military general and high priestess. Minimal evidence dealing Fu Ha's life and military achievements surround the Shang dynasty, and the records may have perished over the course of time. The tomb of Fu Ha was unearthed intact at Yingix by anthropologists, with treasures such as bronze and jades. Inside the pit was evidence of wooden chamber 5 meters, containing a lacquered wooden coffin that has since completely disintegrated. The tomb of Fu Ha provides the most insight into her life, her relationship with the royal family, and her military role and achievements. As the objects she was buried with provided provided clues to her activities and interests. What was known is the king of Wudong cultivated alliance of the neighboring tribes by marrying one woman for each of them. Fu Ha who was believed to be one of the king's 64 wives, entered the royal household through such a marriage and took advantage of the uh, martial, whatever, martial, Matri, I know I could say it, I can't say it, Rachal, slave society to rise through the ranks to become one of the King Wudong's third consorts. The other two were Fu Jing and Fu Shai, and Fu Jing was the primary queen, while Fu Hong was the secondary queen. Fu Hong was also the mother of Prince Zujia, Zujii. Article bone inscriptions show concern for her well-being at the time of the birth. The activities of priestesses and ritual matters of China only exist in the Shang dynasty, so some evidence is vague, since each Chinese character, like Fu, often has variable meanings. even with the article bones of shame depicted. It is possible that some women like her are originally priestesses instead of the king's wife. She just happened to marry the king later. That is said, the meaning of wife in some contexts may actually refer to a position as a priestess. Okay, okay. So we got Africa. It's kind of the same ones. Okay, let's see. America back in the day. Who was the high priestess of America in ancient times? Okay, we got, let's see if this is America. Um, Interesting. They gave me Sumerians when I said America. Like I say, the world was together, but her name I can't pronounce. It's Enhedua. Anna was the En priestess of the moon god Nana in the Sumerian city-state of Ur in the reign of her father, Sardon of AKKAD. She was likely appointed by her father as the leader of the religious cult at Ur to cement ties between the Akkadian religion of her father and the native Sumerian religion. Interesting. She has been celebrated as the earliest known named author in the world history, as a number of works in Sumerian literature, such as the Exaltation of Inanna, featured her as the first person narrator, and other works, such as the Samaritan Temple hymns, may identify her as their author. However, there is considerable debate among modern uh, Assyrianologists based on linguistics and archaeological grounds as to whether or not she actually wore or composed any of the rediscovered works that have been attributed to her. Additionally, the only manuscripts of the works attributed to her were written by scribes in the First Babylonian Empire, 6 centuries after she lived, written in a more recent dialect of the Sumerian language than she would have spoken. These scribes may have attributed these works to her as part of the legendary narratives of the dynasty of Sargon of Akkad, AKKAD, in the later Babylonian traditions. The cultural memory of her and the works attributed to her were lost some time after the end of the First Babylonian Empire. She exist, Her existence was first rediscovered by modern astrologers in 1927, when Sir Leonard Woodley excavated the GIPARU in the ancient city of Ur and found an alabaster disc and with her name associated with Sargon of Akkad, an occupation inscribed on a verse. Reference to her name was then later discovered in excavated works of Sumerian literature, which initialed investigation into her political authorship of these works. Rediscovered has attracted a considerable amount of attention and scholarly debate in modern times related to her potential attributes as the first known named author. She has also received considerable attention in feminists, and the works attributed to her have also been studied as an early progenitor of classical rhythmic rhetoric, Rhetoric. English translation of her works have also inspired a number of literary uh, adaptations and representations. Okay. Okay, there was another one. Okay, that's good enough. Um, about this. I did want to see the Indians. What Indian culture in America had high priestess? Indian shamans and priests, legends of America. Shamans of America. Shamanism is a spiritual practice and primary belief system which is common to many ancient people. Celtics, ancient, okay, Native Americans. Um, Trying to look for a high priestess. Native American religion in early America. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. Teaching about Native American religion is a challenging task to tackle with students at any level, if only because of the Indian system of belief and ritual, whereas legend as the tribes inhabiting North America. So let's begin by trimming down that bewildering variety and manageable propositions with three glittering generations, which might with luck prove more useful than misleading. First, at the time of European contact, all but the simplest ingenuous cultures in North America had developed coherent religious systems that included cosmologies, creation myths, transmission or from one generation to the next. Okay, that's not telling me nothing. Okay, let's go back. That's India. Shamans and priests of Indian shamans and priests cultures have derived religious beliefs with various spiritual systems. Though many Native American cultures have traditional healers, ritualists, singers, mystics, lore keepers, and medicine people. One of them have ever used the term shaman. None of them have ever used the word shaman to describe these religious leaders, mediators be- between the world of spirits and the world of men can be divided into two classes: the shamans, whose authority was entirely dependent on their individual ability, and the priests, who acted in some measure for the tribe of nation. The shaman is explained various as the Persian world, meaning pagan, or with more likelihood as the Chungus Nomic monologue people of East Siberia. Okay, let me see. Native Americans, the first owners of America. Indigenous people of Americans are the pre-Columbian inhabitants of North and South America and their descendants. Those who live within the boundaries of the present-day United States are composed of numerous district tribes, bands, and ethnic groups, many of which survive as intact sovereign nations. Many authorities agree that the first evidence of people inhabiting North America indicates that they migrated here from Eurasia over 13,000 years ago, most likely crossing along the Bering Land Bridge, which was in existence during the Ice Age. However, some historians believe that the people had migrated into America much earlier, up to 40,000 years. These early Palo Indians spread throughout the Americas, diversifying into many hundreds of cultural distinctive nations and tribes. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we go to full moon, back to Pisces. Let's see. And each sign. Full moon in Pisces, emotional saturation. Okay, let's go with hard effect. I was gonna do one at a time, but I don't know. It's a lot. Okay, let's just go ahead on. It's already read. And do a reading on it. Okay. I'm not gonna do one each sign. That's a lot. Okay, let's see. Still not leading me to the shell, so I'm gonna leave that alone. It wasn't my first thought. Full moon in Pisces. What that could mean for us. Mystery and magic. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Should we do a past, present, and future? Yeah. Past, present, future. Okay. In the past, lay our burdens down. I didn't have that many burdens. Free as a bird, maybe. Now, less work, less jobs, and coming out of hermit mode. Hopefully did some soul searching, researching, kind of know where you're going, what plan you need to go at. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. Okay, the past, King of Swords, speaking your truth, or you didn't speak your truth. And now, present, Three of Swords, deception, frustration, jealousy, broken heart. We see that now. A lot of things because we didn't act, kind of was carefree. Um, Maybe didn't realize, or maybe see not weighed down with problems, going slow, not finishing things. So now you're stuck in maybe have to figure out what type of job, what type of career, who you really are, what your skill sets, kind of like breaking your heart a little bit. And that could go for a relationship, job, or whatever. But it's not knowing that in this first era, kind of going along with the flow. Now we have to redefine ourselves and, becoming who we truly are and learning our skills. And in a world now, there's less jobs, or jobs are more different. So you have to create your own stuff. It's supposed to be work smarter, not harder. But that's kind of heartbreaking for a lot of people who are used to the old tradition of everything kind of being, I guess you could say, put on the pedal on the platter for you, and now you have to do it yourself. How you going to be? Okay, so you came out of her, you researched, did all of that stuff. The Virgo, Hermit, reverse. King of Cups, reverse. Gentle, emotional, shy. So you're not naive like you were in the past, right? Kind of learn because you studied. You know what your gift, your talent is. You kind of know what's going on today. You're not stuck. You're not just starting because you already practiced. Now you're getting everything now together. So the future, you know, you kind of know where you're headed. Put it like that. You're not all up in your feelings and whining and worried about the broken heart and oh woe is me and what's the hell going on and blah blah blah. Right? Okay. Let's see. Past, present, and future. Okay. Okay. Then you start asking what the hell going on in the past. Like, okay, wait a minute. Cold hearted man and authority. I done put in all this work. I done did all this here in college. Blah blah blah. And you to tell me that everything stops and none of that really matters for some, not everybody. Just want to know the truth. We had 2020 wake up call and many other times. So now the Hierophant is either you recognize the government, you recognize what's going to occult, you know, um, talking to the divine, uh, looking at your marriages, just kind of looking at everything, paying attention. Why you had this broken heart, what you have to do now to government, what shape your government in now, you know, and then now future, reverse page of cups, basically good news. So it's still gonna be a hard struggle. That's water again, twice. But you're not in your feelings. Okay, this is normally like fish in a cup, pregnancy or fame and fortune. So you might not be where you want to be, but you're on your way. At least you're trying. You have some idea of where you want to go and what you want to do, and you're working at it. You're working at your craft. And that's not for everybody, okay? Some people they know exactly what the hell they were doing. Okay, so now we got the tower. This could have been after the things hit. Want to know truth before the change or before the tower hit, and maybe you didn't want to change. You were comfortable in that lifestyle because everything was kind of like I say, on a plate for you. Now you come to this Three of Cups, celebration, bright happenings. Third deacon, Cancer, Mercury. So now it's like you're speaking up for yourself, or maybe voting for your president, trying to get whoever you still believe in that system, and celebrating a little, kind of understanding what's going on. You think, getting over the broken heart or whatever the deal is, and you kind of understanding maybe, like I say, maybe getting ready, choosing the right president, or ready to call, or getting teamwork, make the dream work. Getting all this together, getting your craft. So now we go to unjustified um, justice. So you still feeling unjustified in the future. Maybe some got divorced. Maybe some got out of jail. Maybe paid off loans. I don't know, something like that. Or Still feeling unjustified though. Karma maybe hitting from not taking care of that. Like I say, you're not where you want to be, but things that might be hitting still hard, still ain't where you want to be. Could be things coming against you that's unjustified. You might feel like you can't get to where you want to be, although you studied for it over here. I don't know, and also it seems like you're still depending on someone else to do something for you, to have the answers. I don't know. Y'all take that way y'all want. Okay, number one, alchemist, illusion, high priestess. Okay, so we got the past, the magician, the Virgo. So you created things, or at least you're supposed to be. Mercury, element of surprise. So something happened that shook you, or you were creating. Maybe different jobs you did, and maybe realizing or created different stuff. Like I say, whatever type of jobs, creativity you did, master whatever. Some of y'all work. Some of y'all had your own businesses. Now we go to the 7 of Cups. Could be still an illusion of, like I say, still wanting someone to be over you. Pisces. Okay. Still, it look like it's not. You're still in fantasy. Okay. That's not everybody. Okay. Then we got the High Priestess. After the Justice still felt unjustified, the High Priestess showed up. So it's like you putting, because you already had it in you. I think all this was to bring you to being a high priest or high priestess, to bring whatever in you out. So you won't be in fantasy land. You can see everything clearly now. You know, the secrets, everything you need to know to function, to create, to be your own creator. Let's put it like that, right? Because she knows a lot. The light and the dark side. You know, the hermit. You're supposed to went within. Stuff Virgo ended with Pisces. You're supposed to win within. Look at this Virgo ended with Pisces. That'd be something. This Virgo too. Now that's the thing I was gonna say. So yeah. So you're supposed to come out being a high priestess and a high priest, knowing you. So this moon, it's all in how you take it. You know what I'm saying? What do you what have you learned about yourself to help you move on to higher heights? Because Pisces is like Aquarius. They're like accept people for who they are, and without criticism. Although they talk a lot of noise, I'm not going to. And they can criticize and talk a lot, true enough, and so can anybody else, but they opinionated at times. Then they get real quiet. Um, but the ones who are in tune with themselves, they know how to create. Okay, we go back to the first. Knowing how to create out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Use the fantasy, the magic, the illusion to create something, and then you manifest it, regardless of an unjust world or whatever's going on around you. You know what to do. You know, you know exactly what to do. If you don't, you should be practicing now. if anything happens, what is my strategy? What is my, what am I going to do? Do I know magic? Do I know whatever's needed? Do I know people? Have I burnt the bridges? If we have to run, just hopefully not, apocalypse or whatever, who's going to show me the underground? Who's going to show me top ground, the elite? I mean, whatever's needed. That's a Pisces holds. Everything. She's all the signs in one. So that means everything's welcome. My stepdad, I'm gonna talk about him a little bit, but I say he was Aquarius, and I forgot what day he was born on, but he didn't care what you were. I mentioned that before. You need to eat, he fed you. You need to want to get drunk, means you're drunk. You want to get high, you want to get high. Okay. Like to talk shit, shoot the shit, whatever they did. He didn't judge, you know. Need a place to stay, you got it. I don't care what they did. Because I know for a fact that the people passed through our household, not, well, not living with us, but, he had people come out in the yard and different stuff like that. They did some shit. I know that for a fact, you know. And they didn't fool. He protected us. He had some that tried some stuff. But if we would have told him, he'd have took care, then they probably wouldn't have been seen again. But it was a protection for us, you know what I'm saying? And it was an experience that I checked out and looked through my life, and it took me a minute because, being a Libra, you kind of like, hold up, you doing, this ain't how it go, because with that hair font, your religion law, you go by the book, blah, blah, blah. But when you realize that why people do what they do and the pain and the hurt and the blah, 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 which is no excuse, but some people caught in that. But long as they ain't messing with your world, and if they do, you're gonna put them in check. But not to judge, just put it like that. Because Pisces, the real Empress, she doesn't judge. She just do. Protecting herself. Of course, she's supposed to have. That's on you, not to have more than one way to do a thing, or more than one way to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you're around, that's just common sense. Having more than one way to get out. You know, you can't over trust somebody or under trust somebody. You just got to take care of you. So that's what I feel like this is. She takes care of her. The ones who are in tune with themselves. So we need to learn how to be in tune with ourselves. That's my perception of it. Everybody got their own thing. She don't have to, because Pisces mostly mimic everybody because they have everybody in them. So they can take what you say and they can take it to another level, mimicking people that are chameleons to me in the zodiac. Some of them who lost don't know who they are, so they'll pretend to be somebody else. But the ones who know who they are, like the queen, for instance, she didn't mimic nobody. She knew who she was. People mimic her. Y'all get what I'm saying. Okay, you're gonna have snakes all around you. Some need to grow up, taking care of kids as well. Doors opening. It's gonna be unlucky. See the up and down going on. Smashing rats. You're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, sneaky people, the whole 9 yards. Then you shine, Aquarius, humanitarian, um, helping, doing what you came here to do, your craft and everything else, fulfilling your destiny. Unattached. I was just talking about that. Being unattached as well as helping, taking care of you. Because everybody start. I mean, everybody shine. I don't care who you are or where you at. So y'all know what I'm saying. Then you got clever people. You have to be clever sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You got to be sly as a fox sometimes too. So you can recognize a fox, a snake, a rat. Sometimes the ancestors gonna tell you exactly what to do, and sometimes they gonna already put it in you because you have priestess, so they gonna expect you to do. Now this is root work, this is planting, this is starting from seedlings, making things grow. Okay. But also that could be root work, that could be magic, that could be, witchcraft, all that kind of stuff as well. So it's up to you how you want to run your world. Nobody else's. Can't nobody judge you because people got to worry about judging themselves and loving yourself. Boom, bottom line. What are you learning out of this experience? What have you learned? You know, okay, everybody cannot be on your level and they ain't supposed to. They supposed to be on their own level to wherever they need to go in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Some people gonna be caught in their feelings. Pisces, Cancer, 8, Scorpio, all three water signs on here. The moon, whenever the moon, this could be the new moon. Some people gonna be drinking, being married, doing whatever. Hey, let people be people. Then it might be just you and your spouse, you against the world. Cancer, Scorpio, 2 being Taurus, you know, getting it together. Hey, however this going. And then we have Jack, Aquarius, planning. Um, Signify the person we by Aquarius, witty, argumentative, yet admirable, artistic, humanitarian, fond of refined society. Right way up the notes Aquarius. Man, I know. Knowing what you need to do, taking care of your business, putting a plan down, being a Virgo. You know what I'm saying? Making a list, checking it twice, being distance, and yet know people. You know what I'm saying? I go back I'm sorry to go back to the black man who was mafia selling dope man, but wherever he's at now, he didn't burn his bridges. You know what I'm saying? He didn't judge people. Otherwise, they'd have been turned them in. I'm just saying. He just know how to treat people. You know what I'm saying? However that go for you. And we got Queen of Swords, Virgo. Signified person with by Virgo. Studious, rather even tempered, ingenious, and witty. Right way up the notes of Virgo woman. I analyze. Checking it out. We're just talking about that over here. What I need to do to survive. Look, she outdoors cooking. Can you survive anywhere and anything go on? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna have a problem with that? Never know what life may kick in. I'm not saying they in your world, might not never. Adopt. Success and attainment. Can you adopt? How many talents do you have? We're supposed to have a lot of them, not just one. Remember then, son of the earth, that the empire of the world belongs to the empire of the light. We're high priestesses, right? A high priest. She knows whatever happens, she can survive. And that the empire of the light is a throne which God reserved for the justified will. Thou will gather the fruit of knowledge and of good and evil, and drink of the eternal fountain, if thou art sufficiently master of thyself to approach it without coveting. Obstacles will disappear from thy path, and thy destiny will have no limits save those of thy will. There it is right there. Then they want a destiny. Look, Sagittarius right behind it. Okay. They move around. They got dark and light side, like the look. Knowing your dark and light side, know who you are, what's gonna happen on the road while you're going, where you got to go. You already know something might happen while I'm traveling. Am I gonna have to be a warrior in this mud? Or I'm gonna have to be, let's heal somebody. Let's go get some food. Let's this. You know what I'm saying? On your travels, be prepared for anything. Number seven, Aquarius. I mean Aquarius. Um, Sag, the conqueror, victory. Okay, you're gonna have victory wherever you go if you know how to, master yourself. Remember, son of the earth, that the emperor of the world belongs to them who possess the sovereignty of spirit. That to say, the light which makes clear the mystery of life. If the conqueror should appear, it signifies that in breaking through obstacles, thou wilt crush thy enemies, and all thy wishes will be realized if thou attack the future with ardency, armed in the consciousness of right. So you have to knock somebody off their behind, kill an animal. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's necessary, are you well rounded? Okay. Emperor. So this full moon should be asking some questions. If this happened, that happened, something happened tomorrow, next week, next year, it all turn around. Can I adopt? They don't know you're watching them too as they watch you. And do you know that? Because something might be wherever you going or something happening right now. They could, I would think somebody watching me is probably true. Okay. But they don't know I know. And I probably could see more of what they're doing as well. So, undercover prince, boss, spy. Okay. Could be around you. Could be I was taking that from when people is working on a job and the big boss come undercover or a prince around you and you know nothing about it and they're watching you. It could go all kind of ways. It don't have to be a prince. It could be a serial killer. I'm just saying about spot. Red, white, dragon's blood. So whatever that means for you. Can you handle? Are you naive to think that your area is so safe that nothing will happen? Wherever you go, nothing will happen. Are you being naive? Are you being wise? Bullets that don't kill put you to sleep. Okay. Tell your story. Same. Well, if it's meant to come out the same, it's meant to come out the same. There's nothing to do about that. You are a relative of Ham, Hebrew, burnt. Children, Africa, Cush, Ethiopia, Mazarine, Egypt, Put, Liberia, Canaan, first people in Israel. Okay, hello. Nooksack Indians. So we got the Indians over here. I'm not gonna look them up. Camera on the beach. Another tribe in Florida. Maybe your kinfolks. Moon magic. The sun is magic too. Okay. Dick Gregory say, let them pay the bill. They the ones spying on you. Some black salt might need it. Spiritual bath, whatever you're gonna do with it. It helps so many things. Then you have dangerous minds. I'm not gonna read them all. Okay, I'm trying to get out of this. Fish in the water. You're fast. So that's Pisces, right? If it require being fast, can you chill when you need to chill? Outstanding boy, you knock me out. Outstanding boy, you knock me out. That girl boy poison. You know that you're toxic. Ballet performance. I mean, are you a good character of people? Not to let in your life. I'm doing my best to stay alive. Keep it moving. Some you have to be aggressive with, some you don't. Don't let them change your spiritual gifts into evil ones. Evil witches, queens will try and steal your children's youth. That's an example right there. It's funny when you thought it was you your whole life, then you find out it was them the whole time trying to break you. Yeah, ain't that something? Whole life you kept saying, damn, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And you find out it wasn't me at all. See something? You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to fuck me over all my life. Black Panthers, Digital Underground, grab them in a biscuit. Yeah, ain't that something? Like, damn, whole damn time. Set up. The fuckery of it all. Rest of my, let's see what it says. I know you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I know you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Do you have someone like that? That would be nice. Know you, you know them. I got each other back. I was talking about this one right here. You and them against the world. Came back again. Eggs hatched out of the incubative stage. Okay, ready for the world. You done baked enough. Now you finna be born, reborn, transform. The mother-in-law, all in y'all business, negative. Seeing things before they happen. That's it, high priestess. Um, that street of New Bourbon Street, not go zone at night. Okay. Little black box, surprise. I don't like nobody. You get none of my time today. Some days you feel like that. Snakes in a jar, trapped. Mm. You caught your enemies. And sometimes that happens too. Sometimes you gotta let their ass out. Or something else. Okay. Watch these evil spirits that want to harm you. Because not every spirit is evil. You fuck up, admit it, not change it. You don't admit it to yourself, baby. Your creators and messengers. Spider bites, eggs. Time that happen when they bite you too. I believe in you. Go and be great, my child. Hand in hand walks, feel the heat. Okay, one more. Evil ass mother-in-law, she don't even care where her son or daughter, where y'all live or do, long as it's not better than her and what she got going on. Y'all wouldn't believe some mothers, something else, baby. I haven't caught the fathers being like very rare. Cowlet Indians. Very rare I catch have problems with the father-in-law. Never really. Reptilian humanoids, archons, saurians, and draconians, lizard people, controlling human race, can take on human form, power, and manipulation. Damn, I said one more. Just cause some may try and treat you wrong, wish you bad, you can remain positive. Okay. Order a wife from the dark web. That's on you, brother, sister. Mistakes when visiting New Orleans. Visiting only for Mardi Gras, picking up beads from the floor, staying in the French quarters, walking along at night, drinking from the glass bottle in public, eating at chain restaurants, sightseeing on a Monday, Papa Legba Day, thinking voodoo gift shops sell the real thing, renting an automobile to get around, understanding underestimating the weather, things, mistakes you make. Okay. All right, give me a good one so I can get up out of this. They have no heart. Oh, that was not good. Good one. Sinus messing up. Colorado River Indians. Okay. They have a constitutional code of laws and court system. They run their own system, run their own shit. Okay. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Young blood on their face from royal sacred bloodlines for youth. Young hearts, young free, never get hung up like mine. Sometimes you just have to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they are fooling you. If you don't like the world you're living in, take a look around and at least you got friends. Prince. Hopefully you do. Don't be too honest in this world because straight trees are always chosen first for cutting. Hello. If you want your life to be different, you have to start reacting to life differently. Do not choose me first. You didn't choose me first, so don't choose me last. We're gonna find a different one. Everybody's looking for that ladder. Everyone wants salvation of the soul. Prince. All right, y'all. This is what I got. I ain't want to stay too long. I already on my time. Give y'all chakra wisdom and we get up out of here. Hope it helps in some type of way. That's how I feel about the full moon. Who came out about it? Justified. It's peeking at me. Equilibrium. Number 8, Scorpio. Have to go all through the signs to create what you want. No sign is weak unless you make yourself weak. First chakra, base chakra, self-sufficiency. By finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I'm resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying fundamental needs in my life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life as I move forward. I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me that I will be provided with all I need. Hello. When you got the mindset of this here, you done. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And with along with this, you know what I'm saying? But in a good way, but live and let live. All right. That's what I got, y'all. And also, let's not forget this. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Hope it helps. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. All right. Bye.